Hello, dear ones. We are Laarkmaa, and we are here to support you on your evolutionary journey. We have been speaking in our international live calls regularly about energy and frequency and the changes that you are undergoing during this time of transition. You are changing from a carbon-based form into a lighter energetic form that we call a crystalline form, meaning that you will be reflecting more light. And as you are going to be reflecting more light, you will feel and notice that there are some distinct differences in what you need for your nourishment. You've been nourished previously by specific foods that you felt grounded you, comforted you, or gave you the elements you needed for your everyday life. Now you're finding that your foods you're accustomed to may not agree with you as much. You may need a different diet or something lighter. You also are finding that there are other things that you need that you have not needed before. What we're going to do today is to turn this video over to our colleague and dear friend, Dr. Antoinis and his wife, Moiyra, and let them continue with what they've been sharing with you about Lemurian healing and frequency. We will say goodbye at the end of their session. Greetings. I am Dr. Antoinis, and my wife, Moiyra, is here also. She will say hello in her own language. Now, I want to speak to you today, as Laarkmaa indicated, about frequency and sound and Lemurian healing, taking this to a different level than where we spoke about it last time. To some of you, Moira's toning may sound extreme, intense, or even ruffling to your edges just a little bit. To others of you, her toning may put you in a deeply relaxed state that feels like you're moving home. Each of you is at a different place in frequency because you are transitioning from the vibrational status to which you are accustomed to a higher frequency as you move in your evolutionary process. So however you interpret Moira's tones, that is where you are in your process, and you will accommodate and adjust to them as your body and your sense of nourishment needs unfolds. She will give you more tones at the end of my conversation, but I wish to instruct you from my perspective exactly how these tones affect your frequency. As you may know from listening to Laarkmaa in the past, the Pleiadians communicate with musical and mathematical tones. The Lemurians also communicated with musical tones, not the mathematics, but the music. Both of these are indications of communicating in a way that is telepathic, but the telepathy comes from aligning with the frequency of the energies that are present. The energies on your planet are dense and dark for the most part in the collective measurement of energy. But those of you who are carrying light and working to bring more light into your species and to your own evolutionary path as well, you are working at a higher frequency. So you will notice a difference in distinction of frequencies. And this difference will grow more and more as you learn to accommodate what is coming in and adjust yourself to be present with your own frequency. Now, there are several things that we will use as illustration of how you may notice this is happening. Most of you will notice that if you walk into a particular room, you can immediately feel whether you feel happy in that room or agitated in that room. Does something feel out of place, or does it feel inviting and very calming? That is a recognition of the energy signature of the place. In the same manner, you will notice frequency signatures in people. Some people that you are around, you automatically are repelled from and wish to back away and don't really want to be close to them or interact with them. Other people that you are around, you may feel you want to be close to, but when you get into their field and give them a hug, something may feel a little bit off. And then there are those that you are absolutely drawn to because you feel so uplifted and so nourished by their light that you want to be as close to them as possible. These are all indications of energetic signature, and they help you to understand the energetic environment in which you currently live and the energetic environment in which you are moving into. Now, how does this work with toning and sound? Laarkmaa speaks to you about speaking each other into being. If you use harsh words or harsh tones, a person's energy field shrinks, as does your own energy field for choosing to use that kind of energy. When you use kind and loving tones, kind and thoughtful, loving words, your energy field expands, causing you to move more towards unity and inviting you to connect with others because you are coming from a place of love. So the tones and the words that you use are part of the frequency recognition that you have at a mental level now, but have not quite accommodated into your daily choices at the physical level. So we, Moiyra and I, are going to do a set of tones for you together. Mostly Moiyra, but my presence will be in her energetic toning, so you will feel the Lemurian healing intention as she does her tones. These tones are each intended to help you grow in whatever ways you need to. The first one Moiyra will demonstrate is the energy for removing blockages, where you are emotionally stuck or where you may have physical pain. Now you may moderate this as you copy it yourself according to the sounds that your own body vibrates with. Pay attention to what your body feels as you explore tones that feel like something is breaking up, something is disbanding, something is causing the blockage to go away. It will take practice. You can learn to do this through practice over and over again and through keen attention to where the aches and pains and discomforts are in your body, in your thoughts, in your emotions, and how you feel as you tone. You can also, particularly if you are having problems that you feel someone's support would be beneficial, you can invite someone you trust and care about to tone with you and explore various tones together. As you make the tones and your toning partner makes tones, notice where they land in your body. How does your body feel? Notice your emotional state. What is your feeling state? Where are your emotions? Notice your thoughts. Do they take you to something that needs to be cleared and corrected? Or are they moving you forward away from that into something of a higher frequency? This is the way to use tones for blocking removal. Now we're going to move into something that is specifically helpful for pain. When you have chronic or intense pain, or even when you have inflammation in your body, this is something that will help that flow, move the pain into a smoother energy, release the pain from its chronic tension, and help the inflammation smooth down for more flow within all systems within your body. This one you will notice is a softer and gentler tone. Now, this tone for releasing pain or dynamic tension or inflammation may also be something that you will want to play with. You will want to experiment and pay attention again to how your body responds. Practice it over a week's time and notice if your inflammation recedes. Do you have less stiffness in your joints? Does the swelling in your particular areas of feet, arms, ankles, legs, wherever you may have swelling. Does it dissipate? Does it reduce? Play with the tones, and again, invite a partner if you wish to join you on how to reduce the inflammation and the dynamic tension of pain as you work together in unity, telepathically sending messages that you invite flow and you invite harmony rather than the tension of pain and stagnation. This tone, the third one that we will introduce today, is the tone for bringing in greater connection. This is for greater connection with your planet, greater connection with beings like us and your friends Laarkmaa, greater connection for all of your star brothers and sisters, and most importantly for you on this planet at this time, greater connection with each other. For you are living in a time where you see each other through the eyes of separation and duality, rather than using dualistic perspectives to see how you are the same. Toning together helps you move beyond the aspect of separation and towards the unified concept of we are one. As Laarkmaa says in Lakesh, I am another yourself. So these tones are focused on tones that elongate you, connecting you to earth and sky, and elongate you and touching out to reach others. You may notice a bit of wobbling in the beginning of utilizing that kind of tone in your own voice. This wobbling or vibration indicates a movement away from separation and an invitation to move towards the harmonious flow that follows in the preceding toning of this particular pattern. Practice this and feel the vibration in your throat, in your chest, and in your belly as you breathe. Again, we suggest you may want to invite a partner to tone with you. And if you do so, stand together, hold each other's hands, or as we do in Lemuria, hold each other's arms at the upper arm part just above the wrist. Touch and grip each other with love. Gaze into each other's eyes. Allow the energies from your heart to flow outward towards each other, back and forth. Now, if you do not have a partner or anyone you trust to do these tones with, to express what you may be feeling, that is perfectly acceptable to practice on your own. And even if you do have a partner, practicing on your own is also a good practice. The last thing we wish to do is to tell you to play with these tones underwater. When you go swimming, be one with the water and tone, and notice how you feel in your body. When you are in a bath, submerge your head under the water. Make the tones and notice the vibration in your body, and notice which ones make you feel more balanced and at ease, more in harmony. This is a wonderful exercise to recognize both the water being that you are and the light that you are bringing in through the loving, kind tones that you are toning. It is a way to expand the energy of who you are, the way to expand your vibrational frequency into larger and larger rings. If you were looking at a tree, rings of energy going outward from your core center, waving out around you. You have a psychic ring around you every day of where your energy expands. And if you are in a contracted state, that psychic energy stays in a contracted state, a very limited ring around you. As you move into more and more expansive states, you will become more sensitive, and you will hear and feel things that you have not heard and felt before. You will become more sensitive to sounds. Everything will be more sensitive. We leave you now with your exploration and the final of Moira's tones. This is Dr. Antoinis and Moiyra saying goodbye for now. And this is Laarkmaa saying we love you. Good always.